What's up, everybody? It's Carpo. It's another sunny, beautiful day out here. I was I got this badass fucking Kmart shirt on that I found in a vintage pile of clothes. I'm like, yes! I love old clothes. Anyway, just a couple things really. I just find it funny, I'm always observing how people react to things, myself included. But I noticed something funny about people and how they will come attack you on a particular subject, whatever it might be. This isn't just YouTube, this is everywhere in life. You'll make a statement a person won't agree with, and they'll attack you on it. They'll call you names, they'll insult you, they'll be as rude and crude and harsh and brutal as they can. And like sometimes somebody will say something and be brutal about it, and I'll respond with maybe a little sarcasm or humor, but not. I try not to respond with equal words. Like if somebody calls me a name, I don't go back and call them a bad word. I might tease them or push their buttons about something as a joke, but not directly start name calling as if I'm offended by bad words. But what's funny is after a discussion goes on for a while, two people will, once a person said enough harsh things, if you say one harsh thing back to them, immediately they attack you as being intolerant. Haha, you went against what you said. You went against who you are. And it's just bullshit. It's just nonsense. It's people looking for they're looking for a rise, in people. And they're trying to prove their point often. And rather than talking about the subject, they attack the person, which it's pretty humorous to me. I believe in being tolerant to all groups and people, but I'm very intolerant towards the intolerant. And people who know me know that if some group stands for belittling others, then I'm instantly in there to attack it, and that's usually where it will, other people's, if you have a rational explanation for your opinion, it falls on deaf ears, because people can always justify what they want to believe. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, I've heard of the most irrational explanations for why a person thinks the way they do. But most people, a lot of people can't speak their minds very well. And so that's why I do. Because, I figure if you can speak your mind, you should. I've had some people say that they don't, they can't put their words together very well. And I understand that. It's hard. So, I try not to speak on other people's behalf. You see what I'm saying? See, certain groups will have a person who's a spokesperson who will, not an official spokesperson, but people within that group who are very, very eloquent and very, very good with their words, very good with their theories, and the people will refer to them to explain how they feel. Like, they'll fall back on somebody else to explain because a person can't explain themselves very well. And that's noble, that's understandable. Like a person says something more well-spoken than another could, and the person says, yes, I sympathize with that. But I think that people that can speak their mind should about certain issues, and if you get a little bit of flack from it, that's just life. Any group that forms is usually either opposed to something or strongly adhering to some principle. So as long as the group is adhering to a principle that is beneficial for them and that is not harmful to others, I don't see anything wrong with that. But the minute fingers get pointing, people need to speak up. Because I have no problem pointing the finger at people who point the finger at others. I don't care. I don't care if people want to call me a hypocrite. I don't care if people want to say that I don't follow my own standards, because the beauty is that I'm not part of any group. I don't have any standards to adhere to that are written down on paper. I don't have any formula for how I have to behave. I'm an individual. I do what I want. So I can't go against anything that I believe, because that changes every day. My thoughts change every day. So I haven't pinned myself down, and I haven't locked myself away in a box where I'm forced to stand up for maybe one principle that I don't agree with just because all the other ones are in the same group. It would be kind of like, well, I don't need to give you any examples. I think you all know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, you might not agree with every single thing in the Bible, but if you don't agree with it entirely, then you can't be a biblical, literalist. It has to be all or nothing. And that's why I avoid particular groups. I just use Christianity as an example because it's an easy one to think of. But there are many, secret societies are disgusting to me too, because there should be nothing secret. Everything should be revealed. Everything should be available. And each individual shouldn't speak on behalf of the group, but on behalf of how they truly feel inside, without having to, if a person steps outside of the beliefs of a group, often they'll be chastised by the group. So be an individual, speak your mind, say what you got to say, and to hell with the rest of them. Peace.